Well, hello and welcome to Coffee and Keto. This is going to be a new format on the podcast that used to be Whole Health Couple, and we are relaunching to be Whole Health Concepts. And I say we, and by we, I mean me. Tyler is still my husband. Don't worry about that. But he decided that he wanted to. Oh, I just realized this isn't a camera. Let me make some adjustments here. There we go. And you can see I have a coffee mug right here, but I'm done with coffee. So it's going to be water and keto for this particular podcast. Anyway, I wanted to revamp this podcast and turn it into more of a YouTube series and a podcast series. And the reason for doing that is because I'm going to be doing cooking videos on YouTube as well. So I thought, well, I may as well go ahead and just put the podcast on YouTube and get started talking to you about Alzheimer's and keto and diabetes and kind of restarting what Tyler and I had started so long ago. And then we stopped. So a little bit about why we stopped. I was still working a full-time job back then, and the full-time job, even though I worked from home, and at the time that we started, it was the beginning of COVID, and I was grounded, which meant that I couldn't travel, which was my job to travel. And my mom started to decline, and she started to decline because COVID stopped us from being able to take her out to socialize. And socialization is a huge thing for Alzheimer's, to help stimulate the brain. So she was watching television a lot, and we just started seeing some big declines. So anyway, we made the decision to move back to Alaska. I had lived up here in 2006 to 2012, and it was so fun. But I left, and I'm glad I left because I met the most incredible husband a woman could ask for, and I quit my job, got my ketogenic carnivore supplement certification, which means I'm just certified to coach people on that health journey. And through all of my reading that I did for Alzheimer's prevention, diabetes prevention, I know that the ketogenic diet is the diet to adhere to. And so my whole platform now is keto nutrition for brain health and Alzheimer's and diabetes prevention, but it's also diabetes reversal. So that's the kind of stuff that we're going to talk about on this podcast from now on. In fact, I actually have a kidney disease expert who is going to come on here next week. I'm going to interview her on Wednesday next week. So the podcast will go up Wednesday afternoon or Thursday. The reason I say Wednesday afternoon or Thursday, it just depends on how long we end up talking. But I'm also going to do one take. This is not going to be the type of podcast where there's a ton of edits. It drives me crazy when I'm watching, obviously in podcasts, you can't tell, but when I'm watching a YouTube video and there's that constant jerking movement where people are editing, you can tell where the clip cuts are. I just don't want to do that. I'm going to do cooking videos and even try not to edit those because, of course, if I've got something that's baking or whatever, there will be a clip cut. But, my thing is just 100% authenticity. That's not saying that other people who do YouTube and podcasts aren't authentic, but it's too much energy. It's too much energy. And there's no reason why you can't see it from the ugly beginning to the ugly end and get the information in between. That's my goal. So I want my podcasts to be between 15 and 30 minutes. Next week could be a little longer. We'll see. I really want to have a good conversation with her. She has 20 years of kidney disease expertise. So it's going to be great. I'm really excited. In the meantime, I am going to hopefully get a cooking video up this week too, and start sending out or putting out podcasts once or twice a week. I am still in the creation phase of this podcast, so you just will have to bear with me for a minute. We'll see what works. I am coaching people one-on-one right now. I'm also running a sugar detox course right now. And I am creating a membership group that will go live in February. So I've got a lot going on, but you guys, God brought me to a purpose and it's finally coming true. It's happening. So I have to just put so much energy out there, and I'm so energetic, like super energetic, and I have to cough. So this is it. I have a chocolate element, LMNT salt packet in my water. Another thing that we'll talk about, why salt is so important when you're doing keto. More than anything, I just want to get a lot of good information out there for you. I want you to feel confident in making a change in your life if that's what you decide to do. I want you to be aware of the things that I've learned. I want to talk about the studies that come out. I want to talk about, things that you can do right and wrong when you're doing keto. That's something that I've kind of been harping on social media today, is doing keto the wrong way, because there's a huge platform for doing keto the wrong way. And I am platform doing keto the right way. And yes, I'm sure we all think we're doing it the right way when we're coaching people on how to eat keto. But here's what I can promise you: my way won't make you stall. So, all right, well, I am going to wrap it up. I wanted this to be a really quick introduction. I wanted to reintroduce myself. By the way, my name is Leanne, and I am so happy to be back on the podcasting and YouTube platform. And I can't wait to see what we can come up with. Next week, when you see me, it will be a morning session. So I'll be drinking coffee. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And we'll see if I get another podcast out between now and next Wednesday. I'll talk to you later.